Stress destroys your egg quality. In this video, I'm going to explain how stress destroys your egg quality. Obanga obadde weebuuza stress n'okweralikirira kikosa kitya amajigo, then mu video eno ngenda kuddamu kino ekibuuzo. This video is going to be in Luganda and in English. So, if you have been told that you have unexplained infertility, you've done all the tests, but still you are not getting pregnant, you are asking yourself, why is it that everything is normal, but at the same time, you are not getting pregnant? You could be having issues with lots of stress, because a woman trying to get pregnant, normally there's going to be lots of stress. So when someone is stressed, okay, in this particular case, when a woman is undergoing or is having lots of stress as a result of not getting pregnant, the excess or the prolonged stress is going to lead to the release of a hormone known as cortisol. Cortisol hormone is a stress hormone. It is a hormone that is produced when someone is overstressed, more so when someone is having prolonged stress. In this particular case, the lady is trying to get pregnant, but because of the failure to get pregnant, she's actually very anxious, she's actually very stressed. In this particular case, there's going to be high amounts of the stress hormone known as cortisol. Mukyala agezaako okufuna olubuto, ebiseera ebisinga agenda kubeera n'okweralikirira okungi, tukiyite stress, tukiyite anxiety disorders. Okweralikirira kuyinza okuba nga kuva ku ye kennyini ng'omuntu, from within herself. Okweralikirira kuyinza okuba nga kuli kuva kuba family, oba kuyinza okuba nga kuva ku issues nyingi nnyo, like ku lwaki tali kufuna lubuto ate nga balala bali kufuna olubuto. Okweralikirira okungi ennyo, excess stress, kuviirako omubiri gwe okufulumya hormone gye bayise cortisol. Cortisol hormone, in most cases, after it has been released, remember, when someone is stressed and cortisol is high, the body is going to release the cortisol hormone. So when cortisol hormone has been released, it's actually going to affect the woman's chances of getting pregnant. You could ask yourself, how does this happen? How does cortisol affect a woman's chances of getting pregnant? So in this particular case, we have cortisol. It's very high in the body. The cortisol hormone is actually going to travel to the brain. We have a small part in the brain here. Okay, this is known as the hypothalamus. When the cortisol hormone, as a result of excess worry, excess stress, when it reaches the brain, the woman's brain, it's going to tell the hypothalamus to actually bring about the release of, so specifically high cortisol hormone levels will tell the hypothalamus to reduce the production of or the release of two hormones. These include FSH and LH. If you have done the fertility hormonal test and the results are showing that your FSH is low and then also your LH hormone is low, it could be basically as a result of cortisol hormone or as a result of stress. But remember, there could also be other causes of your hypothalamus not releasing enough FSH and LH. In this particular case, when the cortisol hormonal levels are high, then the hypothalamus will actually release less. The hypothalamus will release less hormone, GnRH. Okay, this is a hormone which is released from the hypothalamus. And when GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, is low, then specifically the anterior pituitary gland (APG) will also release low FSH and low LH. Now, when FSH hormonal levels are low and LH hormonal levels are low, then it simply means that the woman's eggs, okay, are not going to grow as they are supposed to, because we know very well that FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, follicle means eggs. FSH specifically is a hormone responsible for making a woman's eggs to grow from the first stage, known as the primary stage, to the secondary stage. Okay, so when FSH is low, then it means that the eggs will not grow as they are supposed to. In this particular case, when the eggs are not growing, if there's no dominant follicle coming out, if there's no mature egg coming out, then it simply means that a woman's chances of getting pregnant will reduce. So how does stress reduce egg quality. How does stress affect a woman's eggs? Stress leads to the release of a hormone known as cortisol. Cortisol hormone travels through the bloodstream to the woman's brain. It tells the hypothalamus, okay, this bowel-shaped part, it tells the hypothalamus to reduce the production of a hormone known as gonadotropin-releasing hormone, GnRH. When GnRH is low, then it means that the APG, anterior pituitary gland, will also release low FSH and low LH. When FSH is low and LH is low, follicle-stimulating hormone is low, luteinizing hormone is low, then it means that there's going to be poor egg growth. And poor egg growth specifically leads or directly correlates or connects with poor egg quality. So that's how stress can actually destroy your egg quality. And of course, if you are asking yourself, how can this be managed? You have to do actually, you have to overcome this. You have to counter this by trying to reduce your stress levels. Let me repeat this part in Luganda. So, mbadde nikogera ku point eno bekibuuzo ekibuuziddwa ennyo nga mukono gyaffe babuuza ne bagamba nti stress oba okweraliikirira ennyo kukendeeza kutya omutindo gw'amagi, ku lwaki omukyala agezezaako okufuna olubuto naye ng'ate bikyagaanye, bamukebedde enseke buli kimu kiri nnomo, bamwozeza mu nseke, bamuwadde buli ddagala lyonna lyonna alimize naye tali kufuna lubuto. Omukyala ono okweraliikirira ennyo, okay, okuli okuva kukuba nti kulwaki tali kufuna lubuto, neighbor we yafunye olubuto ate ye tali kufuna, ku mulimo mikwano gye bali kufuna embuto ye tali kufuna. Okweraliikirira ennyo kuno kusobola okuviirako omubiri gw'oyo omukyala okuba nga gufulumya hormone gye bayise cortisol hormone. Cortisol hormone is a steroid hormone. Hormone eno gye bayise cortisol eggwa mu kika ekya hormones ze tuyita steroid hormones. Mwe muli ne hormones endala nga zi progesterone, mwe muli ne hormones endala nga zi estrogen, naye specifically cortisol hormone yo eggwa mu kika ekya hormone kye bayise androgens. Androgens zezo hormones ezitera okubeera ennyingi, most specifically hormone gye bayise testosterone ebeera ennyingi ennyo mu basajja, yefuula omusajja okubeera omusajja. So omuntu ali stressed, omukyala ali stressed ennyo, omubiri gwe gujja kufulumya hormone gye bayise cortisol hormone. Cortisol hormone webanga erinnya ennyo, then ejja kuba eyita mu musaayi, the bloodstream, okay? The bloodstream ejja kuyita mu musaayi gw'omukyala egende paka mu bwongo bw'omukyala, kuba omusaayi guba gwetooloola omubiri gw'omuntu. Omusaayi guno nga gutuse mu bwongo, mu katundu ak'obwongo ke bayise the hypothalamus together with the pituitary glands. Of course tukimanyi nti part eno waliyo the anterior pituitary gland, then part eno waliyo gye bayise the posterior pituitary gland, okay? Stress enyingi ennyo eviiriddeko hormone gye bayise cortisol okutuuka mu bwongo. Cortisol hormone eno wetuuka mu bwongo egamba kana akatundu ke bayise hypothalamus ne kagamba nti munaayi kendeeza hormone gye bayise GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone. Gonadotropin releasing hormone eba ekendedde, then kiba kitegeeza nti hormone, part endala gye bayise the anterior pituitary gland ejja kuba tefuna GnRH emala obulungi. Jjukira part eno gye bayise the anterior pituitary gland okukola obulungi erina okuba nga efuna hormone gye bayise GnRH mu bungi bwayo nga bwerina okubeera. Webanga ekendedde GnRH nga ekendedde ne APG oba anterior pituitary gland naye ejja kufulumya FSH nga ntono ne LH nga ntono. So woba okoze test eya fertility eya hormones naye nga ebbaluwa eri kulaga nti FSH eri wansi, LH eri wansi, oli kwebuuza kijja kitya, kyandibanga maybe kiri kuviira ddala ku kye tuyise stress. Ebintu bingi nnyo bisobola okuleetera FSH okukendeera ne LH okukendeera, naye wandisanga nga maybe hormone eno gye bayise cortisol yandibanga yentono ennyo eri okubanga eviirako kino ekizibu. FSH ne LH webanga ntono mu mubiri gwo, then kiba kitegeeza amagi tegagenda kukula bulungi, kuba kimanyiddwa bulungi nti FSH hormone ereetera amagi okukula okuva mu stage esooka ne gagenda mu stage ey'okubiri. So webanga FSH ntono, ne kiba kitegeeza amagi gajja kuba tegakula bulungi. Amagi gaba tegali kula bulungi, ne kiba kitegeeza temujja kuvaayo gi erigenda okufuuka omwana lye bayise the Graafian follicle oba the dominant follicle, lijja kuba terifuluma oba lijja kuba kwegamba lifuluma naye nga liba lya like poor quality. Oyinza okwebuuza stress ekosa etya omutindo gw'amagi okubanga guba wansi. Kyekino kyenva okwogerako, stress eviirako hormone gye bayise cortisol. Cortisol eno neegenda negamba obwongo nti okimanyi kendeeza hormones ez'amagi ebimu ebisobola okuviirako okubanga kwegamba omukyala abeera n'obuzibu okubanga kwegamba amagi ge gaba tegakula bulungi. Ndowooza okitegedde bulungi mukwano gwange, stress eremesa etya omukyala okufuna olubuto. So talking about solutions, or you could be asking yourself, but after you've told us all this, Gerard, what could actually be among the top solutions? The top solutions on how to manage stress, specifically, you have to look for stress, or you have to work on managing or reducing your stress. There are various ways in which you could actually manage or control your stress levels. And of course, remember, if the levels are really very high, if you are overstressed, you could actually seek counseling services. These we do offer, and you could actually book an appointment with me. You can get my numbers on my profile, and then also you could also visit a hospital near you whereby you'll be able to be worked on. So at this point, I do believe you now know how stress can actually affect your egg quality. Kweno point, ndozo kitegedde stress eremesa etya amagi g'omukyala okubanga gakula. And then, of course, remember, you can ask yourself, but how can you know that your cortisol hormonal levels have actually been affected? Osobola otya okumanya nti cortisol hormone etandise okulinnya oba stress eno ennyingi ennyo, okweraliikirira okungi ennyo kuleetedde hormone eno okubanga erinnya? When you visit your doctor will most likely do a cortisol hormonal test, and specifically this could actually be done in the morning, because it is known that cortisol hormone tends to rise in the morning. So this test can be done, and then of course the results can be interpreted by your doctor, and then you can actually be supported.